New year, new music videos. Hey everyone, welcome to Princess Gay. I'm your host Connie, and today we are here with my blind reaction to the first 4 videos of MILGRAM. This is a donation reward for Dice. So thank you for donating, Dice. MILGRAM is a series of music videos that make up a single story, which is an interesting concept to me. Because, I mean, obviously I've seen, like, artists put out music videos that all kind of connect to each other and everything. Fall Out Boy has done this, for example. But these, from what I gathered, are animated. So it's a little different. The closest I can connect to that is, like, Gorillaz in terms of, like, mainstream music. But even Gorillaz music videos kind of stand on their own. They're not really telling an exact story. It's just like, oh, you watch all the Plastic Beach music videos, and yeah, there's continuity there. That's about it. Um, so this is going to be interesting. I guess the in terms of like stuff on YouTube that I've reacted to in this kind of regard, the closest thing I can compare it to is like the Brittle Bones Nikki videos from Rare Americans, on how that's kind of a continuing story, mostly, except for the third one, kind of. I I've talked about that in that video, so I'm not going to get into that here, but um yeah, I'm definitely interested to see what this is. There's a good number of videos, but we're only doing the first 4 today because they are full-length music videos. And I think they're all by different artists from what this looks like. So the first video is called This is the Milgram, and it says it's by Jackalope. The second one is Undercover by S.E.S. Then we have Weakness by Haruka. Weakness, the first trial. And You Knows, or Umbilical by You Know. So the second 2 videos here, 3 and 4, Weakness and Umbilical, are both listed under the first trial. So that definitely has something to do with the story of this all. There's 24 videos in all. A lot of these look like they're labeled as first trial. But there is one that says end of the first trial, and then there's one that says second trial. There's a bunch that say second trial. So it looks like there's 2 trials in it. I don't know what to expect with these. I have no context for them, but it looks like, yeah, it's a few different artists here. And so I'm wondering if the genre, the styles are going to be different too. Kind of like be completely different songs, but still telling the same story, whether through the visuals or the lyrics. I mean, I guess we'll find out, right? Like I said, we're doing the first 4 today, and I don't know what to expect. The title, Milgram, doesn't even really give me anything. It could be a name, it could be a location, it could be anything. It doesn't give me any information. And then we have the titles of the videos to go back to them real quick. This is the Milgram. Again, doesn't really tell me anything. But it makes it sound like it's not like just a location or a person or anything. This is the Milgram. Makes it sound like it's a program or a ship or something like that, you know? Undercover could say like the main character of this story is going undercover, maybe in the Milgram or on the Milgram, or again, whatever it is, I don't know. Weakness could imply a lot of things. And umbilical makes me think of like umbilical cords, maybe something related to birth or babies or something like that. I don't know. That's all the context I have. Um, I'm interested to see what this is like though, because I feel like we don't do enough music videos. I feel like Rare Americans is really the only music videos we tend to do. So I'm definitely interested in checking out some more. And if you are ever willing to donate, and able to donate. Those are two different qualifiers. And you ever want to donate for music videos specifically, please feel free. I am more than willing to check out music videos. Just because most of the content for the YouTube segment of Mondays and all tend to be like more like comedy or shorts or stuff like that from YouTube, doesn't mean it only has to be that. You can request music videos and stuff too, or full series, whatever you want. But as always, donation rewards are completely optional. You don't have to take part in it. It's just a way to get you guys involved more in what I react to on the channel. If you're unable to or just don't want to get to doing that, that's completely fine, completely fair. No worries. All my content will still be free. You'll never be behind a paywall, so you'll always be good for seeing everything that I post. That being said, let's just get to this one, see what these music videos are about, and hope for the best. Hold up just a second there. Before you click that link down in the description below to go to today's reaction, I just wanted to take this moment real quick to remind you of all the awesome content we have on the channel. Between Monday and Friday, we have a plethora of awesome series reactions, with 2 on Wednesday. We also have movie reactions every Saturday and Sunday. I do pre-record them during the week, but upload them on the weekend. And don't forget about all the awesome gaming content over on the Princess of Gaming channel. Every single day of the week, we have some awesome Let's Plays for you. A bunch of different things to check out, and more coming in the future. And don't forget to click that subscribe button or like the video if you really enjoy the content I'm putting out. There will be more to come in the future. In the meantime, thank you so much for tuning in, and let's get this going. And we are back, and we'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. So this was interesting. The first video of these 4 was just an introduction, with the second, third, and fourth all being part of the story, I guess. Now, it seems like this is going to be like... It seems like it's supposed to be something that you're supposed to have interaction with. Like I said in the reaction, there's certain YouTube videos, I think Markiplier's done a few of these, where at the end of the video you interact with it by making a choice. And you like click another video, and that's how you make your choice. But this hasn't so far given us any options for choices. We haven't had to make any choices as to whether or not to accuse someone. So I don't know like how this is going to work. Maybe at the last video, like we choose to accuse someone and that's how it happens. I don't know. But let's talk about them. So the first video is, let me get the title up here again. Jackalopes, this is the MILGRAM. This is the informational video. We're introduced to Jackalope, who is, well, a jackalope, like just a literal jackalope. And they are telling us all about this prison called the MILGRAM. It is this high security prison. It only has 10 prisoners. It's very exclusive. And each of the prisoners are supposedly murderers, but they don't know how, when, why, any information. They have this new technology that allows them to extract memories and whatnot in the form of music videos, because what else would you go with? And these music videos, we as the new prison guard, who it seems like is kind of brought there against their will, is supposed to analyze these videos and make a determination of who's innocent or guilty. Despite being a prison guard, we're, you know, acting as judge, jury, and executioner kind of here. At least judge and jury. We have to do all, we have to look into all of these videos and determine who we think is innocent or guilty. So the first actual video here, the first music video, I should specify, is S Undercover. This is video number 2 of the playlist. And it basically introduces us briefly to all of the characters. S, who is the point of view character, is the one singing, and is basically just singing about the job that they have to do. This video I don't think is important to the mystery at all, but I guess it could be. But yeah, it's just about like what's gonna happen and what we're going into and everything, and we get to see visuals of all the different all 10 of the different um, criminals at this point. They don't really give us any information on them though. They just kind of show them what they look like, and honestly, they're super generic anime characters. Like they're the most generic looking anime characters you could possibly design. None of them stand out in any way, shape, or form. But then with the third video, we finally get into like starting to analyze the prisoners themselves. So the third video here is Haruka weakness and the first part of the first trial. So, like I mentioned in the reaction, we focus on this character Haruka. He seemed to be this young boy who was very, very weak and was like, I think, being made fun of for his weakness. He seemed to have like some issues centering around his mother and his sister. And at some point he like snapped, and it's unclear if it's some kind of schizophrenia or other mental illness, or if it's DID or something. Dissociative identity disorder, by the way. But whatever it is, he did kill someone. And it's not, at least just from the one time I watched it, it wasn't 100% clear if it was like his sister, his mother. But he smashed her head in with a rock. And it looked like there were like kind of two sides to him through this. The kind of innocent, weak, scared side, and then the darker side who kind of went crazy. And so that's why I was thinking like DID or something. Because it makes a point to even show like the darker side of him strangling the lighter side. So it definitely seems like of a case where it's like it wasn't intended, and it's like whether it was DID, whether it was a psychotic break or something else, no matter what it was, this isn't something he wanted to do. He just kind of, like broke in one way or another. And so I feel like we need to get more info on this before we can rightly judge him. Because I feel like we need to find out more about him and about, like, I guess, his crime. I feel like there were too many things that were being kept, like, hidden intentionally in that video. On the other hand, her video was so extremely unclear that it's not even clear what her crime supposedly is. Yuno's video plays out like this kind of love song. She's talking about how she loves this person and everything, but it's kind of implied they're not necessarily reciprocating it. So you're thinking, okay, it's a one-sided love situation. But then as it goes along, it's starting to seem like, oh no, maybe she's stalking him? Or her, I guess, them. Maybe she's stalking them? It starts to seem like she's following them. And I think the imagery with her like going to all these different locations, taking these pictures, is implication of that she's like following wherever they're going, maybe, and taking these pictures to show them. It's like, hey, you were here, I was just here, and stuff like that. Certain lines and all, it kind of imply this as well. And then there's also certain lines that maybe imply that they were together at one point, but that they maybe broke up. And because of that, it's possible that she's like now stalking them because she can't let go. There was nothing to imply a crime, though, in this. Like, there's nothing to imply that she killed them or killed someone else who got close to them or anything like that. Like, we didn't necessarily get yandere vibes or anything. We didn't get, like, anything. We know nothing of the crime. We know nothing of, like, anything beyond just the stalking, which is not great, but is not really a crime worthy of death or anything. So we don't really have much of any context to what her story and her crime is about. So we definitely can't choose her to be executed, I guess. There's just there's nothing there to make a decision on. And again, that was a thing we were told about, that we might not have that information right away, and that we would have to continue on. Now, again, there's supposedly 3 trials, but there's only 2 in this playlist. I'm wondering if there's a different playlist or something. This is the playlist I was given by Dice. So if you're able to clarify for me or whatnot, maybe the 3rd trial is just not out yet or something. When did this come out? Like, let me check. I'm currently highlighting the video. Oh, but this came out 4 years ago. Yeah, July of 2020. So if the 3rd trial isn't out yet, let me see if I can find it on my phone real quick. I'll turn the volume down, obviously, but because all I should have to do is type in MILGRAM and the 3rd trial. If anything pops up. Okay, I see. Here's a watch order thing. Okay, here I found a playlist on here that says MILGRAM watch order plus dramas, and it's 56 videos compared to the 24 that's in this playlist. And I'm seeing videos that are specific. I'm not like looking into detail at them, but they're saying like the 1st trial or the 2nd trial. But I'm not seeing anything that actually says the 3rd trial. So I don't know. If you could clarify that for me, Dice. Obviously, no spoilers, but just like if you could clarify for me if this is like all the videos or not, basically. Um, or if there's like more planned. I don't know how like long it took for these to come out either. Actually, hold on. Let me go back to that. Maybe I can see it kind of on here. Let me find one of those 2nd trials. Okay, so one of these 2nd trial ones looked like it only came out a year ago, according to this. I have this muted so I can bring this up to find the exact point. Where is that? May 2023. So maybe it just isn't out yet. Maybe the 3rd trial stuff just isn't out yet. Let me go to the channel, actually. There's an idea. Because this is a specific channel for MILGRAM. It's MILGRAM Official. Okay, apparently the end of the 2nd trial, according to this, was 5 months ago. So, maybe they just don't have trial 3 or the 3rd trial up yet. That's actually seems to be pretty probable at this point. I guess it just took a long time to get all of these made because of the, animation, the music, everything. Yeah, it just took some time. So I guess there's no 3rd trial yet. Okay. That makes sense then. I wonder how long it's going to take before the 3rd trial starts then, because if that was 5 months ago, I wonder if it's like, if they're going to wait for the 6-month mark, or if they're waiting for something else, or if they just haven't gotten the next part ready yet. I don't know. I don't know anything about this project. It's pretty interesting, though, so far. I'm definitely curious as to how this is going to go. But like I said, no spoilers, obviously. And that includes for both Haruka and Yuno here, the 2 that we watched. Don't tell me anything that might, like, explain something that is brought up in a future video for them or something. Like, one of their, like, I guess 2nd trial videos or whatever. I don't want to hear anything about that because, like, it wouldn't really make a lot of sense to find out information about that ahead of time. This is like actively supposed to kind of be a mystery. But if there is anything in these specific videos that I kind of missed, that is just like in these videos, then you can explain that to me. That's fine. But just make sure it's not a spoiler. Yeah, this was interesting. Like I said, like I said at the end of the reaction, I don't know if we're gonna get to another set like next week or if we're gonna take some time in between. I just don't know right now. But for the time being, tell me what you thought of these first four in the comments below, and thank you so much for tuning in. For now, I'm Connie and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.